Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us on the WWL Louisiana News at 4. I'm Devin Bartolotta. Here are today's top headlines. The City Council is moving forward with recommendations to take over the Sewage and Water Board. Today, a council committee voted unanimously on a resolution to adopt suggestions from a task force. Some of those suggestions include for the council to take over budget oversight, rate and fee setting, executive leadership confirmation, emergency communications, and more. Alyssa Curtis was at that committee meeting today and has more details. Alyssa, what kind of changes are we talking about here?
Yeah, I think the council's biggest concern is really accountability and transparency. Before this legislation and before now that they're taking over essentially the Sewage and Water Board, the utility, the Sewage and Water Board didn't have to come before council and give them any updates. So now anytime that there's a boil water advisory, main break, anything like that, they'll be essentially compelled and forced to come before the city council and give them that open communication. So I think that's really what they're hoping for.
That's really interesting. So there will be some more accountability possibly there, but when might we see these changes go into effect?
Yeah, I think residents really won't feel changes immediately, especially because, things like budget and leadership, those are things that don't affect us on a day-to-day basis at our front door. I think we're more concerned about flooding and such. But when I asked Council President J.P. Morrell, he said the main thing that residents will feel immediately is that open communication. That he says that he hopes that the utility will be less evasive when we ask for answers, especially things like boil water advisories that we've seen a lot of. So answers to those questions, I think, will be at the forefront of what residents feel immediately.
Interesting. So that law goes into effect August 1st, right?
August 1st.
But nothing's going to move too fast.
Nothing will move too fast. The full council also has to adopt the resolution that was put forward today, and that happens next week. So even though the legislation goes into effect, there's still some things that need to happen before the council truly gets that oversight.
All right. Alyssa, what time's your full story on this?
Tonight at 5.
All right. We got lots to learn about all this. Okay, Alyssa, thank you so much. And remember, you can always find the latest updates on Alyssa's story and all of today's stories on our website, social media pages, and our free apps for your phone or TV. In more top stories this afternoon, a suspect accused of killing a man in the Pines Village neighborhood is now in jail. This morning, NOPD said Gary Williams was arrested in St. James Parish. He's accused of shooting a man on Downman Road just after 5:30 Monday evening. Williams has been booked in the St. James Parish jail on a second-degree murder charge and will be extradited to New Orleans. An attorney for a friend of Nolan Wells says he's preparing to file defamation lawsuits. According to our partners at NOLA.com, he claims he's received death threats. This comes 1 month after Wells was found dead near Horn Island, Mississippi. Russell Latino is representing the family of a teen who was with Wells the day he disappeared. Latino says he's working to identify people who have targeted the teen's family, and he has served a cease and desist to a New Orleans-based rapper and influencer who has been posting videos about the case. Multiple new laws go into effect on Saturday, and one of them might save you some money. It bans retail and hospitality businesses from charging extra when you pay with a debit card. However, they can raise base prices to cover card processing costs, as long as the price is the same regardless of the payment method. To find more information on other laws set to begin this weekend, you can head to our website, WWLTV.com.